Education Services Officer for Fort Riley, and I want to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony.
Good afternoon to you all. Soldiers, veterans, civilians, families, but probably most importantly, graduates. The best of all things is to learn, for while money can be lost or stolen, health and strength may fail, but what you commit to your mind is forever. It is right and proper today that my first remarks are addressed to you, the graduates of the class of 2013. You have so much to be proud of. You have worked very hard for this day. You have earned these degrees, as well as the respect of all of us here. But while we salute the graduates here today, we must also recognise those who stood with you and supported you through the years while you pursued your degree. So to the families and friends who walked this path with you, thank you very much. And if I may, well done, because half of this achievement sits with you. This has not been an easy road in many cases, and I don't wish to highlight any one individual above another. But I was particularly struck by the story of one family here today. There are twins here today, and you know who you are. Both of your husbands served in the military. Both husbands were wounded in action. Both continued with their studies. Both faced and then overcame the challenge of their husband's changed situation. Both continued raising their children, and now both are graduating together. A truly inspirational tale, but I think one that speaks to all of us of what all of you have achieved. We also have to thank the colleges and universities for the critical role you played in developing the education of these men and women. Earlier this year, when the Army Tuition Assistance Programme was in jeopardy, these colleges and universities stepped up to the plate and offered scholarships to the soldiers who were in need. Not only does that speak to the level of value they placed in an education, but also to the level of value they place in a person trying to achieve their educational goals, and meaningful support to our military family at what has often been a difficult time. Schools and universities, thank you for standing by these graduates. Today we will be conferring 179 degrees, master's and associate degrees. And the recipients of these degrees represent a cross-section of soldiers, civilians, and families. There are 73 active duty, 28 veterans, 64 family members, 13 civilians, and 1 graduate from the National Guard. While you may come from a different array of backgrounds, the thing which makes you special and allows you to stand head and shoulders above other graduates is your wide breadth of experience. You have travelled around the world. You have led soldiers into battle. You have managed a home by day and gone to class at night. And you have ensured that your children's homework was done before your own. All these experiences and sacrifices are not embossed on your degree, but are just as significant as that which is. If I could speak to the soldiers for a minute, only a fraction of graduates across the country will serve in the military. We will, every one of us, leave the military at some stage, whether it's after 3 years or 43. and then you will put on a tie or step into a suit. And as you make this transition, keep this in mind. You are the ideal employee. You're disciplined, you're talented, and with your parchment paper, you will be a treasured recruit. Winston Churchill once said, "The most important thing about an education is appetite." And you have clearly shown an appetite to learn and use your time both wisely and fully. And taking that lead, I'd like to conclude with a couple of thoughts. Please continue your journey and your education. We don't stop learning when we graduate, and the very best are always seeking some form of personal development. The man who graduates today and stops learning tomorrow is uneducated the day after. Next, use your learning to wide advantage. You are now something special. Strive not to be successful, but to be of value and service to others. I was very struck by a quote that I've heard in the last week in one of the many tributes to Nelson Mandela, who once said that education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world, and that from a man who surely knew the value of service. I hope as you embark upon the new path your degree will afford you, that you will remember your journey today, and that your journey to achieving a higher level of education also brought you the wisdom to face challenges, the patience to endure, and the appetite to achieve more. No mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great. Duty first. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. I'm so thrilled with the turnout. All the friends and family, thank you so much for attending. And don't y'all forget to tell them that you thank them for coming and supporting you. Thank you, Ms. Moore. Thank you, C.G. Geica and Mr. Soderman for having Barton. Barton has a long history with Fort Riley. Been at Fort Riley for over 40 years, and we truly believe that our commitment in the commitment to the delivery of educational opportunities to the personnel here at the fort, that commitment runs quite deep. Several individuals have joined me here today to recognize all of our Barton graduates. Go Blue. I'd like to recognize Dr. Carl Hauman, the president of the college, and our Board of Trustees chair, Mike Johnson. Additionally, I'm sure there are many faculty and staff, and they were recognized earlier. We couldn't do what we do without those folks. And I'll be having one of our faculty members assisting me here shortly in the reading of the names. I commend you, graduates, for making your education with Barton a priority. I challenge you to continue to seek learning opportunities, whether they're formal learning, like you're being recognized for today, or informal learning, the everyday learning that was mentioned before. When you stop learning, you stop growing. And I know that all of you have really worked for this degree, and I know that you will take my challenge and continue to seek out additional educational opportunities. As our PTK president mentioned this morning during our awards ceremony, she said that Lisa Duveau, I should mention her name, is a president of PTK for Barton, and she said, each and every one of you should aspire to inspire. And I thought those were wonderful words coming from soon-to-be graduate. She graduates next year. But to aspire to inspire. If you can, in your daily activities, inspire other people, you've met your goals. To help those individuals to achieve their goals. Inspire people to do good things. So I'd like to take an opportunity to recognize our Phi Theta Kappa students, those that are wearing the gold sash that you'll see come across the stage here shortly. Phi Theta Kappa is an international honor society. For two-year colleges, it's based on academic excellence, leadership, and service. I'd like to recognize also special congratulations to Charles Preston and Tiffany Salser. They were our outstanding, there you go, they were our outstanding Barton graduates this year. Barton has enrolled nearly 6,900 military personnel, support staff, and family members associated here at Fort Riley. Of the 125 students graduating from Barton this semester, 51 are seated here with us today. 65 will be receiving their Associate of Science degree, 36 an Associate of General Studies degree, 13 the Associate of Arts, and 12 the Associate of Applied Science degree. At this time, as Vice President of Barton Community College, I invite the Barton candidates to please stand. Audience, the students before you are candidates for the degrees from Barton Community College. I certify that these candidates of the fall class of 2013 have met all of the standards established by the Kansas Board of Regents for their respective degree programs and fulfilled the requirements as set by the Board of Trustees of Barton Community College. These candidates have successfully completed their prescribed course of study as determined by the faculty.
Stephanie Adams, Science. Ayad Ahmed, Science. Honors. Patrice Baker Griffiths, Arts. Staff Sergeant Jose Caban, General Studies. Sergeant Christian Shifor, Science. Amber Clapham, General Studies. Staff Sergeant James B. Cook II, General Studies. Sergeant First Class James Cox III, General Studies. Lucille Dixon, Science. Gian Doherty, Arts. Stacy Dumas, Applied Science. Ramel Dupree, Science. Atala Fitzgerald, Science. William M. Flanagan, General Studies. Kristen Gill, Applied Science. Specialist Eleazar N. Goldblatt, Science. J.J. Graham, Science. Genesis Guaman, Science. Desiree Harris, Science. Staff Sergeant David L. Ingram, General Studies. Specialist Michael W. Johnson, Science. Specialist, Alana Kelly, Science. TJ Kyle, Science.
All right.
Specialist, Amber E. Lee, Science.
Oh, we got several pictures.
Staff Sergeant Daniel A. Lewandowski, General Studies. B.U. Delafos, Mafi, Science. CW2, Thomas R. Martin, General Studies. Rebecca Martin, Science. Eliezer Masamula, Science. Staff Sergeant Daniel A. McFadden, General Studies. Jamela P. Mitchell, Science. Specialist Patricia M. Nepal. Jacqueline D. Neidhart, Science. Charles Preston, General Studies. Sonora Peoples, Science.
Congratulations.
Caitlin K. Porter, Science.
Super picture.
Sergeant Kyle W. Postlethwaite, Arts. Christopher M. Roberts, Science. Staff Sergeant Severonio Z. Rodriguez, General Studies. Specialist Jasmine T. Root, Science. Tiffany J. Salazar, Science. Specialist Sylvina F. Shanaz, General Studies. Evelyn Nicole Shepard, Arts. Stephanie L. Sidawong, Science.
Thank you.
Greg Sutton, Applied Science. Sergeant Henry Tarpley, General Studies. Alexandria M. Taylor, Arts. Frederick L. Walker, General Studies. Sergeant Matthew W. Witchner, Arts.
Congratulations, sir. No more.
And the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Down off the king is proud and strong.